Hey Dylan, thanks for taking my call.
Hey Dylan, big fan of the show.
Huge fan of the show. Love what you're doing.
Such a big fan of the show. I'm so glad to have a minute of your time.
Hi, Dylan. It's Gavin.
Dude, Dylan.
Look, I cannot help you. I'm sorry. It's not hard to understand, okay? So here's my thought. You would be crazy to think that.
Welcome in to the 50th episode of Hey Dylan. Really, there's probably 54 or 56.
Yeah.
Because
Couple
you
episodes.
two have been with the Dylan Berry Network from the beginning, from the jump, from the opening intro, maybe, to many interviews. Dylan Berry Network hitting 50 episodes. Had to do it in person with Richie, with Shay, live in Chandler, right near what address? Do you remember?
7101 South Gilbert Road.
7101 South Gilbert Road. Shay, how does it feel to be live and in person?
It feels great. Long time coming. I know we've tried it once before. It didn't work out, unfortunately. But it feels good. Feels right.
Yeah. What is it like? It's Saturday morning, the sun is shining, you got an 11-leg parlay. What are the emotions?
The emotion right now is just let's get some points on the board.
Let's get some points.
Let's get some points on the board. Optimistic. I still got a long day ahead of me.
Richie already up on the day. Richie, how are you?
Yeah.
How are you feeling over there?
We're feeling good, man.
Big day to maybe win some bets. UFC, college basketball,
Golf.
spring training. Do we touch spring training?
No.
Yes,
I did dabble in some college baseball recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that? I did seeing the baseballs around the corner. I've never been good at betting baseball.
Yeah.
It's very easy early on in the season. I feel like it gets progressively harder throughout the year.
I did for the first time did a hockey bet that I've never done before. That's similar to no run first inning, and it's no goals first 5 minutes.
That's a pretty good bet,
And
actually.
I added it to like a parlay that lost, but it was like minus like 110. I was like, that's a good sweat. It's a good 5 minutes of a hockey game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like you rarely get goals in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe there's data to prove me wrong,
But yeah, pretty wild. Let's recap though. We did some golfing yesterday. Some very intense golfing.
Tough conditions.
Toughest conditions maybe ever. Have you ever golfed?
No.
We were in Mesa, Arizona, and the rain was coming down. It wasn't lightening up, like Richie was saying. But
Lightning.
There was no lightning though.
There's some thunder.
There was some thunder. But like below 50 degrees, pouring rain.
Got to play at Augusta though.
Wearing shorts, Augusta, and no one on the course at all.
No, I don't. There was just that one guy ahead of us, and that was it.
We were only playing fast because it was like raining, or because we were trying to get through the weather.
And it got unnecessarily cold for a little
On the
bit.
back nine especially too.
And there is I don't know that at many golf courses there is this, but there is no place to hide from that rain out there.
No.
No dry spot. You guys took a pretty commanding lead pretty early on. It was you two versus me and Mike. First, what were you up 4 after 9?
5.
Up 5?
Yeah.
Did it ever get to 6 or was 5?
No, 5 was the highest.
And
See, but that happened last time. I feel like we golfed too.
Yeah.
I feel like we went up and you guys came back.
Yeah. I don't really remember what happened the first year. I think it was...
We won the first year.
No, we won the first
No, they did.
Oh, they did?
The first year at Augusta.
And then we won Desert Sands?
You won Desert Sands. So you came back, took Augusta. So you'll get to call out the next course for next year if there's next year.
Hey, maybe we do it in Vegas.
Hey, that'd be cool. Have you golfed in Vegas?
No, I
Like, fully
haven't.
golf?
No.
There's
It's some
great
nice
courses.
courses.
Only went to the driving range.
Yeah, there's like great courses out there, I feel. I'm down for that. But yeah, we had a lead after the first hole.
I thought we were done after the first tee shot.
Because, we waited probably an hour to actually go out waiting for the rain to stop.
It's so cold too.
Yeah. Eventually we got there. You guys took the victory. Richie with the shot of the day, even though you said how far?
It was like 50 yards.
50 yards.
Yeah.
Did you say 50 yards? It was like a perfect...
Well, I hit my 60 almost full. My 60 goes close to 60 full, so.
Dang. Yeah, and it just dribbled right in perfectly. Pretty crazy shot. That was...
Lest we forget, it was set up by a great tee shot for me.
Fantastic, dude. Right in front.
I thought Shay was going to have shot of the day until.
That was, I think right there, that drive, it was like, dang. And honestly, that was a tough blow for us because we lost 2 strokes
Correct.
that hole.
Correct.
And we kind of had saved ourselves. Like we could have only got 3 strokes because I think Mike hit a good putt. But we'll be back next year. I mean, I don't know if we'll be back to that casino in a while.
No.
That was pretty tough. Those were pretty. I mean, honestly, I haven't had great luck there.
I did the first time.
I have the past couple times, but not last night. But
Yeah, but yeah, pretty much dub night. Tonight is the UFC. I mean, this will probably come out after it. But I thought something interesting that's coming up from this is that if Alex Pereira wins, he probably jumps Tom Aspinall to fight John Jones.
that's crazy.
You really think so?
Yeah, well, I saw that would be the speculation. They would just throw everything in a tailspin again. Because
I don't like that.
I think if you're John Jones, you'd rather fight Pereira.
I think you'd rather fight Pereira too.
And that would be just the hype would be up if.
See, I'd
Pereira
rather see him
wins.
fight Aspinall though.
Yeah, well, you would rather see that.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I feel like Alex Pereira needs to show that he can fight in heavyweight before he fights the best fighter of all time.
Yeah,
That's just me.
I would agree with that actually.
Yeah.
got to get a couple.
See, but what are we doing with Tom Aspinall? I mean, I know he's waiting on John Jones, and I know, but this goes back to the question, like, why? I mean, I get why he needs to fight Tom Aspinall. I get it, but does he really need to fight Tom Aspinall?
Yeah.
Does he? I mean, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't. I mean, at this point, he's done all that he can, and but I also don't see Alex Pereira going and fighting Sergey Pavlovich too. That would be a crazy mismatch. It only works because John was a light heavyweight.
Correct.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
it would have to be someone who can split the difference. I think Pereira should just fight Anthony Smith next.
Just finally get it over with.
Yeah, just finally get it over with.
Kill him once for all.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always fun that with the UFC, there's always these implications. It's one fight once a week, and then the rest of the week is just figuring out who's fighting next. And I mean, Fiziev and Gaethje's another one that's I mean, could Gaethje get a title shot? I mean, he's probably still another fight away. But when you fight,
Dude, the lightweight division is just so stacked, dude.
yeah.
Especially if now you're going to throw Ilya in lightweight. I mean, which it sounds like all things are pointing to speculations that they're going to make that fight, or they're going to,
Makhachev.
yeah.
Right after you had said it.
Right after I had said it, and I'm going to wear one of the Russian, the Dagestani hats
That's
on the strip.
wild. Oh yeah, you think it'll be?
You're gonna be hot when
I'd say
that.
125
Is
out.
Vegas the best place for that fight, or do you think they would do it somewhere else?
I mean, if they do International Fight Week, I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah,
because you got the Hall of Fame ceremony that week, you got all kinds of stuff that week.
yeah. Who do we like for Volk Diego Lopez? That's the kind of next big fight coming up.
I feel like I want to say Volk, but
What was that stat I sent? It was there's only 2 fighters over the age of 35 or something, or 30 something.
yeah, that points in Lopez's favor.
Correct.
but
Yeah, I don't remember the exact.
I also
stat,
just don't like Lopez. So
I don't
that could
either.
be-
I don't
be my
either.
bias.
Dude, but in their face off yesterday, he was significantly bigger than Volk.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he was.
Taller?
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
Oh wow,
yeah.
interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to try to count. I mean, Volk has now lost to Islam and Ilya. Those are 2 people that's kind of acceptable to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Diego Lopez, I don't know if that's going to be an easy step down, easy knockdown.
Dude, he was fighting on prelims a year ago.
Yeah, I know. And then he could be the champion. And is he favored too? He might be favored.
It
But I bet it's close.
I wouldn't doubt if he's favored, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, big thing that's happening, and I mean we're watching right now a lot of college basketball, but are there any teams that you guys are excited to see during the tournament? Because right now we're 2 weeks out, we're about to be looking at our brackets, and it's going to be hard to figure out oh dang, I don't know how well these teams did this year. Who is going to be sneaky in the tournament? Are there any schools that are
I don't know, man. I feel like it's it feels like a real 2-horse race at this point.
it's Duke?
Auburn, Duke.
Yeah.
Auburn and Duke.
Yeah.
And they'll both be
Auburn's loaded, dude.
really.
Yeah. But, I mean, so is Duke.
It's just
And they have Cooper Flag, obviously. But,
Kansas is terrible. They're struggling.
yeah, the best.
They're not as bad as ASU, at least.
Hey, they got to beat U of A today, though.
Yeah.
Senior night.
Well, dude, it used to be a thing that Kansas Jayhawks they would never lose at home. Never. That was always the thing with Bill Self too, and man, I've seen them lose countless games at home this year, and that's like just weird. But
they're obviously they're gonna make the tournament,
yeah,
but what are they gonna be, like a 10 seed, 8 seed,
I'm not sure.
7 seed? Who knows?
Hey, to go back to fighting
Bulk
too.
was minus 155.
Minus 155.
Wow. Okay.
What do we think of Leon Edwards, Sean Brady?
Oh,
That's a main event.
Apex, right?
Is it Apex?
I'm pretty sure.
I
No,
think
it's
so.
London. Ooh, that'll be fun. That'll be like a morning card, March 22nd. That'll be during March Madness. March
I got
22nd.
reservations at Alexa's that morning.
Edwards, Brady, and then
I do.
I think we're going for somewhere for Tina's birthday that day too. Actually,
Jan Blachowicz and Carlos Olberg are fighting that day too. Molly McCann fights that day. Jai Herbert.
Remember when she was a Barstool employee?
That's crazy. That's probably what, a year. Would they still do that? Do they still sign? like,
No, that was
contracts or anything?
a pen thing.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I like. So, is Barstool the reason that John Gruden keeps going viral? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I
think
feel
so.
for the most part, yeah.
it's wild how I just still can't believe that. Like, I wasn't thinking about John Gruden a year ago.
Dude, and, like, he's fully bought in.
Yeah, and now anytime a video that comes up with him, I kind of have to watch it.
He's funny.
It was.
he does a good job for sure.
Yeah, the one with the Amigos thing with.
Oh,
him
with
learning about the
and
Amigos.
Ashton Genty.
Hilarious. Shout out Ashton Genty. Shout out college football.
Yeah.
Shay, what do you think about watching Richie and I go at it playing college football?
I've never. There was an interception every 4 plays.
Honestly, that's probably the
There was,
wrong
you know
way.
what? There was a lot of times where like somebody scored with like 10 seconds left in the
Yeah.
quarter or half.
And then
We do that a lot.
That was like a very real thing yesterday.
yeah, we're decent at clock management, but yeah, it's funny. You could just get carried away with yourself in that game where you're
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna play smart ball. I'm gonna be handing the ball
And then you
off.
don't.
dumping
I
it
saw you
off.
get sacked for like 3 times, and they were like 30-yard losses.
Well, that's the thing. It's either I bomb it for a pick 6 or I take a 30-yard sack. Like those are the two options in college.
And it's clear that meshes and crosses are
Yeah.
the route of choice in the
They
game.
are, but yeah, when you get a sneaky cover 2 where that corner does not go up with the vertical and they hide. Oh,
Just yelling at these 20-year-olds like, "What are you doing?"
yeah, and like, yeah, my favorite is Richie will throw it into 3 defenders. And go, well, who are you throwing it to? And I'm like, bro, you press that button.
I see the lane, bro. You just got to throw it over them.
Yeah, dude, that's you had a PlayStation for like a second, right?
I did, yeah.
2 separate times, or just
Yeah,
once?
2 separate times.
And how far did it get out of the box? Like did it? You know what I mean?
I played.
What did you play? Do you remember?
I played MLB.
Oh, you said you got that.
Me, him, and Ferg played like the home run.
Yeah, we played MLB. I played MLB a lot,
Oh,
and then I didn't play Madden. I don't think. I think I tried to play Red Dead, but I was like, "This is fucking dumb. This is hard." So I stopped.
I saw Bussin was playing Red Dead.
They do
live.
that. Yeah, they live stream it.
Dang.
Taylor loves that game.
Yeah, it is fun, but I feel like it's just another. Like, do you watch their live streams?
Not when they do that. Sometimes like the back of the bus will do one on Fridays. I'll watch that.
Dang. And you said those guys each got 100,000.
The 4 guys that have been there for like
Did they
2+
just like talk
years.
about that, or like that came out?
They did like a vlog on it and posted it.
Jeez, like where they told them like,
Yeah,
hey, congrats.
yeah. They like brought him in for like meeting and everything, and
Dang.
waiting
it-
for my bonus from the Dylan Berry Network now.
Yeah.
Hey, balls in your court, doing.
Hey, dude, I promise I'll give you a percentage of what we've made so far. I promise.
Have you made anything?
No. No. What? You
never know.
Yeah, dude. We don't have any sponsors here. That Roback hasn't gotten back to you.
I know.
They will.
I
though.
keep on messaging them, dude.
So wait, what do you think? How does it go with the Yak that they planned something like that yesterday? Do you think they have like meetings and they like?
Oh, for
It's
sure.
not just that we sit down. It's just
No,
Yeah.
it's a for sure. Yeah, they plan it out.
But it started out as we're just kind of like. How did it start out?
Months ago, he was Brandon Walker. Cause he gets shit on every day in the show, and months ago, it was like several months ago. He just said like 3925, and they're like, "Oh, what is that?" He's like, "That's like my last day on contract." So then, like for months, it's been building, and then someone made like a clock, like a countdown clock, and then someone else, and then Big Cat had someone else remake that clock, and it was like 3/9/25 when the Rizzler gets hired for Brandon's spot.
That's so funny.
But they've been building up this for a while. I think.
Yeah.
Like planning.
That's wild. I think I always just thought that show was just them
On the fly?
Yeah, just goofing.
I mean, I think a lot of it is, but
When they're yakking.
yeah.
But then they got other stuff that
Yeah,
they
exactly.
stop and do. Damn. Yeah. That's nutty. I think we got to get to that facility.
I'll be there.
Because the
End of
Bussin
July?
guys are in Nashville?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. It's crazy.
I mean, I'll be there in July.
In
So-
Nashville?
No, it's Chicago.
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's tough to say.
Well, yeah. I think he needs a firm date.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably send something this week of like the Google polling thing where you can click the weekends of which ones you can do. And like, hey, do I throw in budget in there? Like that's tough. How straightforward is it? Or you just assume?
I say you
I
send.
think you start with dates.
You send the chat GBT I got.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't show you, huh?
No.
Watch.
He typed in like
Watch.
ideal bachelor party in Chicago, and it sent a full itinerary.
Watch.
Read it out loud.
All right, hold on. I run on chat GBT and I said, I saw Lexi do it for the New Orleans thing.
And they did it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay, so I said, create me a bachelor party itinerary in Chicago during the summer. And it was like afternoon check-in at hotel or Airbnb Friday, then get deep dish, then bar crawl in River North, which we have.
Bingo.
And then it gives you like the specific bars to go to.
Dang.
Saturday morning, get brunch at Hampton Social, rent a boat on Lake Michigan.
Is that where we went?
It might have been. And then it said, if available, go to a Cubs game. Evening, go to State Dinner at Bavette's, which is very good. And then it gives you like clubs to go to and like bars to go to and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty stacked. Yeah, we'll have to get on the water. Have to be near.
I'm gonna have to be on the water, dude.
Have to get some valleys.
What's it called? What did I say it's called? It's there's like a place on the water in Chicago, and it's like Party Central. It's I can't remember what it was called. I sent it to you.
Oh yeah, maybe. But you think we can get Hank get his boat?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. The architecture tour is pretty cool though too. But I mean,
I'll be at Bally's.
That's nuts. That's like
She just spends the whole weekend there.
you gotta watch The Dark Knight before you go to Chicago because it's just everywhere. It's crazy.
I'm sure like if we do Chicago, like they'll want to do the architecture tour.
Yeah. But even like Wrigley, like we didn't tour Fenway Park. We just went to a game, and that was kind of plenty.
You went to a game already?
No, Fenway. But I did do the walking like museum thing years earlier.
No, we didn't tour Fenway. We went Lexi after you guys left. Lexi and I went down to like Wrigleyville.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was empty. There was nothing going on down there.
Yeah, I've heard that that's the other place that turns up quite a bit. Yeah. Now another thing I was thinking about is that I guess we did this recently. That if let's say Arizona State football plays, a team from out of town, and people are coming into Tempe. Maybe it's a Big 12 team that's never come down to Tempe before. What are you showing? Like, what are you showing them in Tempe on the day of the game? If the game's at 4,
The Red Robin at Tempe Marketplace. Just kidding.
I mean, you got to take them to Zips for sure.
You gotta take him to Zips.
Zips. Gotta get
Gotta
cut. Gotta get cut off.
Yeah.
Gotta get
Drink
cut off
till
at
you get
Zips.
cut off is honestly
Dude,
probably.
and like when we were at the game last year, like I just feel like Mill doesn't.
It wasn't. It was
It was
hot.
very.
Yeah,
Like,
it's tough 'cause
subdued.
It's so hot in the summer too.
Yeah, you're right.
We
But maybe now that ASU has like expectations, maybe it'll be different.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because dude, I don't think the Wyoming game was all that full. Like it felt just kind of like.
It was more full than it had been.
It was more full than I expected
really?
it to
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
But then the rest of the season, I imagine it was pretty full.
Yeah, every game I went to was pretty packed.
So the BYU game was packed.
Yeah.
And tickets were super expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So.
not for all of us.
Hey,
Hey.
yeah. What else? Zips. I mean, Casa Bucket.
It really just depends on when they
Casa
come. I
Bucket.
Is that
guess.
just us?
No, I don't.
What about food? Like an actual like meal, like is in Tempe.
Zips?
I mean, I'm trying to think. I know people are going to say Chuck.
Oregano's?
I know people are going to say Chuck Box, but Chuck Box isn't that good. Oregano's maybe.
That Jack in the Box on Mill.
Yeah, taking a piss in the sink before.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Statute of limitations.
We'll bleep that.
What else? What are the foods on Mill?
They have a Maldi's?
Spinatos. You could have said illegal Pete's.
Wow.
I'll never
They do
forget.
have the cantina on Mill
I'll
now.
never forget when that dude bought Tina a quesadilla, like trying to speak game with her.
And
He was like trying to
thanks.
talk to her, and he's like, "Let me buy you a quesadilla." And I was like, yeah, let me get that.
Illegal Pete's. Dang. Yeah, that's I mean, because I didn't go to ASU,
Yeah, neither did I.
I mean, I've spent a lot of times at the games and tailgates and whatnot,
I
but
have a lot of my money.
probably wouldn't need to swing by the Real family tailgate. We'd probably have
But
to.
it's only seasonal, dude. They don't do it all year.
Well, they only pick random. Even when.
For tailgating, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't tailgate when it's really hot.
So
You can't,
like
bro.
You can't.
you wait till like October.
Yeah, but even in the occasional October game, dude, it's a little toasty out there.
But I remember like 2 years ago when the U of A game was here, like it was 100-something degrees in like November.
Yeah, I believe it.
And we're sitting in the sun. I mean, it gets warm.
But like early games, my family will do Mill. They'll go to somewhere on Mill before a game.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you can take them to Native.
Yeah.
I know it's not on Mill, but
I don't love Native personally, but
why?
Native isn't Native New Yorker.
Yeah.
The coolest place for the hottest wings.
Well, Native isn't consistent.
yeah.
It's hit and miss.
Sometimes
you
they're
go
like this big, bro.
and sometimes you go and like, hey, this is
Yeah.
Is there a Venetia's in?
not on. It's on.
Not
it's like
on Mill.
it's like closer to the 60.
Yeah. Also a great spot to go.
Is there an Oregano's in Mill?
Yeah. Well, it's like on. It's on.
It's right on University.
It's in University.
That's something that's pretty
Cache.
Arizona.
Yeah.
What?
That's something that's pretty Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Oregano's is. Yeah. No, yeah, it's just something on the horizon. Something for that very busy November we got coming up. So.
Oh my god. Dude, I thought about it. I think I'm gonna take that whole week off.
Start saving up now.
I mean, yeah. But
Because I already have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off.
yeah.
And if we're going back to the West Virginia game, which if everyone is, I mean I am, but
Yeah.
I'll be there.
You think? I mean, that's the November one. I would say that's when your family is probably going to be at
tailgate.
tailgate.
Yeah. I mean they're gonna be at every game. It's just a matter of tailgating.
Yeah.
I would imagine so. Yeah, man, November.
One thing that you two both are, and Richie, you have your cup. Do you still have your cup? Did you put it away?
Yeah, it's up there.
Over there. You're OKC fans. All right, so look, let's see. Like, build me an all OKC roster here. First, second, and third team. Let's probably start with the first team. Give us the all-time best starting lineup for the Oklahoma City. Thunder.
It's got to be position based, right? We can't just do,
Position-based, yeah. It can't be, a whole bunch of forwards, whole bunch of guards.
Yeah.
Who do you got at the center position?
I mean, I know it's
point
Is it
guard.
early? Is it early?
Point guard, you got to go Russ.
you
gotta go Russ.
I think you have to go Russ.
You have to go
Those
Russ.
are the
And then
automatic.
SGA at shooting guard.
You have to go Russ.
Wow.
SGA.
And then I think Durant.
Did
Those
SG
are like the three locks.
Did
for sure.
SGA recently pass James Harden for that spot, or has
Well,
he kind of had
Harden was never a starter.
Oh wow!
I think this
Yeah, he
like
never started.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that he never would have been who.
Yeah,
he
that's
was
like
if he stayed.
people who are like, oh,
Interesting.
if they stayed together, and it's like, all right, well,
He was a sixth man.
was
like,
Cephalosha the starter?
Yeah.
Okay.
it's like, all right, they weren't all going to average 35.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. So Russ, SGA, Durant.
Serge?
See, this is where I think Jalen Williams, just because he's since
Nah, I
Russell
don't know
Westbrook,
about yet. I
he's
don't know
the
about
only
yet.
number 2 option that the Thunder have really ever had.
But at a power forward?
No, it's a 3, and Durant at the 4. I mean, he plays power forward now too.
Oh, I was going to say Durant at 3, Serge Ibaka at 4.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but I just think
Was Serge on
Williams
that
can
finals
do
team?
more.
He was,
Yeah,
right?
he was on that finals team. See, but then who you playing at center?
I think Chet.
Let me say, check.
Nah, well, you'd go Serge Ibaka over Chet right now already?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What about Steven Adams, dude? Maybe second.
He
or
just
third team?
puts him down offensively.
You right now,
Yeah.
you go Serge over Chet right now.
Chet over Serge, yeah.
I mean, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
I just think he fits in with that team a lot better. Spaces
Chet.
the floor more.
Chet's played
Yeah,
a
he
year.
goes-
Opens up the
right.
lanes for Russ.
That's not a
SGA
very good
drive.
defensive team, though, bro.
Chet has
I
played 1
disagree.
year.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, you're
Is
right.
that right? Chet has played
Yeah.
1 year.
Well,
That's
this is his
pretty-
second year.
That's pretty bold to put them over. Yeah, Serge. That does make sense. But all right, so that sounds like the first team, right? Russ, SGA, Kevin Durant,
We can go Surge.
Serge.
No, we'll go Chet.
Go Chet. Okay.
Wait, and you put Jalen Williams?
I mean, we could go Surge and Chet.
That's what I'm saying. Wait, who's your center? It's Chet, right? And then Serge would be the
Yeah,
fourth.
we'll do that.
Surge 4.
Yeah, Durant 3.
Chet
Durant
5.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go to the second team. Who do you got?
Point guard.
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson? Yeah.
Wow, Reggie Jackson. All right, unanimous.
I
like
saw
that.
him single-handedly beat the Memphis Grizzlies in
Yeah.
the playoff game.
It's gotta be Reggie Jackson.
That's crazy.
2, we'll go. You want to go J-Dub here, or do you want to go small forward?
Put him at small forward.
Okay, we'll go
Yeah.
Jalen Williams, small forward.
All right.
We'll go for the 2. For the 2, we'll go.
I kind of like Lou Dort here.
I don't hate that.
I think they've had a lot of good 3-and-D guys with Cephalosha. I mean, Roberson wasn't the 3 so much, but more the D.
But Dort's better than both of those
Exactly, yeah.
What about Jeremy Lamb?
guys. I'm gonna be honest. His name, like, watch
Automatic on 2K.
Yeah, that's what
I'm okay with Lou Dort there.
Yeah.
Because he's better than Seth
For
Philosophy.
sure.
He's better than Andre Robertson. I go Lou Dort 2. Jalen Williams 3.
You know, I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna see if you can see anyone.
What about 4?
Steven Adams at the 5 here.
Steven Adams has got to be at the 5.
Do we put Enes Kanter at the 4? They were nice when they played together.
What's his- say his real name.
Enes Freedom.
Say his real name.
When him and Adams were playing together, they were nice.
You know what? I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm
And
okay.
they never have had the best bigs, really.
I'm okay with him at the 4.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna. And then at 5, you did
Steven
good.
Adams.
Yeah.
Is Steven Adams more important than Nick Collison?
Important? No.
Better.
Better,
But
yeah.
all time. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe,
Better actual
maybe Nick
player,
has a
yeah.
spot in the 3rd team.
Okay.
Just for leadership and
Vibe.
And- oh
taking
yeah.
charges.
Well, yeah. You'd put him over Perk.
Steven Adams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. all right.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Well, Perk really did, like, nothing
No,
on
he
those
didn't.
teams.
He didn't
Because then he ended up. He go to the Celtics before or after that.
before.
Before. Okay.
They traded him to the Thunder.
All right. This is where it gets fun. The 3rd team, All-OKC, DBN official.
Hey.
Point guard.
Point God.
Chris Paul?
Oh, fuck. I forgot he was with the Thunder.
I just hate it was only a year, though. That's
Was it
why.
only a year?
Yeah.
Mm.
For 3rd team, maybe you could put him there. I just don't think.
Eric Maynor.
I love seeing him on the bench all the time, bro.
Campaign with Russ. I mean, would you put Paul George on this team?
Oh, fuck. Forgot about him.
F Paul George, bro.
Dude, he did. He was low-key like an MVP candidate that year, though.
And then not in the playoffs, though.
No.
Come playoff time, man, could not show up.
Maybe Paul George, 13.
Yeah. At the 2 or 3.
3.
What about Oladipo?
Yeah.
Oladipo, what
he
about
might
Josh
be, he might
Giddey?
be a.
What about Kevin Martin?
Hey, Kevin Martin was nice.
I saw him in line at a club one time in Vegas.
Jeff Green. Hey, Jeff Green.
I was going to put Jeff Green on the 3rd team.
3rd team power forward.
That works.
All right.
That was the original big 3.
Deion Waiters.
That's in.
Nah.
Oh, I thought that was in.
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson.
Raymond Felton?
Jeremy Grant.
Oh, dude, he had some moments.
Who?
Jeremy Grant.
Nerlens Noel.
He was down 23.
Are they really?
Patrick Patterson.
Nenad
Patrick
Kristich.
Patrick Patterson. What about
Nenad Kristich might be that 3rd team center.
what about? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if who we're missing. Let me look on this 2012 team here. Yeah, Derek Fisher, Nazir Muhammad,
Perry Ellis.
Eric Maynor. Was I know he played on the Sonics.
What about what's his name? That first round pick they had from
The Australian.
Mitch McGarry.
Mitch McGarry.
They also were getting every like big white guy out of Kansas for a while.
Cole Aldridge.
Cole
Yeah.
Aldridge, Nick Collison. There's one other one. Let me click on a random OKC.
I almost took this under. That 90 points
Mitch
at halftime.
McGarry. Steve Novak. Did he have any good years?
No.
No.
He did with
DJ
the Knicks.
DJ Augustine.
He was a solid little point guard off the bench.
Nate Robinson.
Danilo Gallinari.
That was a year with Chris Paul, huh?
Yeah. The first one I ever saw wear the Zig Tex.
So wait, this third team we agreed that
Paul
Jeff
George.
Green and Paul
Jeff
George.
Green.
Yeah.
2 forwards probably.
Yeah. 3-4.
Yeah.
And then, do you want to go Christian at the 5?
Yeah, probably.
Christich.
Yeah.
All right. And then who are your 2 guards here?
Chris Paul.
He did lead them to the playoffs that
Yeah.
year. He was good that year.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Schroeder. Raymond Felton.
Raymond Felton. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I hate Schroeder.
Yeah, he did a lot when he would come in.
George Hill. Ty Jerome.
Ty Jerome.
Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Chris
All right.
Paul point guard. We need 2 now.
Isaiah Joe.
Wait, you said Cephalosha, right?
Oh, do we put him on
yeah.
13? 13? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
All right, dude. That
He
means
was on the
also
board.
hold on. We also didn't land James Harden anywhere, so it's James Harden fully off.
I think that's fine, honestly.
Wow.
I mean, he won 6th man of the year.
And they went to the finals.
Yeah. He did just donate a lot to ASU.
Yeah.
Put him on the team. Put him
Who was
on
on
the
her
team.
second? Who was on her second team?
Second team you said
That was the modern guys. That was Dort.
I like Dora over.
Dort, and then you said
Put
not
Harden instead of
Schroeder. Did you say
Cephalosha.
Hard and Cephalosha.
No, who's the guard you said in the second one?
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson, yeah.
I like
Jackson
that.
Dort.
Yeah.
And then so Chris Paul and
Harden.
James Harden.
It's a hell of a third team.
That really is. That's strong. That's strong. Dang, that's crazy. And then who's the coach?
I think Dagnall.
For the first team or total?
Total.
Oh yeah. Give me the first, second, third team coach.
I think
Dagnall
there's only
won.
2. Scott Brooks and Dagnall.
And Billy.
Oh, Billy Donovan. They gave him third team.
Yeah.
Billy Donovan. Yeah.
Sam Presti GM.
Sam Presti.
Yeah.
Jeez. Damn.
That was a tough
All right.
choice.
And do we think they'll win it all? You said, what is your cash out at right now? Let's mark it. Today's March 8th. You placed a future on the Oklahoma City Thunder to win it all.
Yeah. It's loading.
Do you have any futures right now, Shay?
I got Ludwig Goatbrook.
I
For
placed
this
it.
weekend?
No, to win a major.
Oh, just win one.
Yeah.
When did I place this? October 22nd, 2024.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
put
got
150. It'll pay out $1,425 if it hits. Right now, the cash out is $444.
Wow.
I think obviously you got to wait till the playoffs.
Yeah. Also, I have a Duke and Oklahoma City to both win it all. $15 to win $1,500. That's the cash out at 77 right now.
Wow. That's a pretty good one.
That's a really good one, actually.
Dude, I would love to hit one of those future parlays.
I don't do those very often because
No,
I don't
yeah.
like to wait.
I'm too patient, yeah.
But
Like
you see-
I tried to cash in my Oberg one the other day. There wasn't an option.
I've seen the Helwani guy. He places like 2 hold a belt in 2025. He places those in January. That's a good UFC one.
That
It's
is
like,
a good UFC
because then
bet.
it's like I think by the end of the year it will be Diego Lopez, or it will be like Patty will fight for a belt, and that's probably crazy odds and probably not likely. But
I think I saw somebody put that in actually.
what Patty did?
Yeah.
He'd have to jump through a lot of hoops for that to
He
happen
would
in
have
a year.
to like flatline or
Michael
submit
Chandler.
Michael Chandler,
And then he'd have to hurry up and fight again in like
Yeah.
July.
and then step in late notice or something crazy. It's I guess not out of the realm, but guys just don't fight very like consistently.
Yeah.
He would have to fight you're right, flatline Michael Chandler, and then like step in on short notice against Oliveira in July or something.
Yeah.
Beat him,
And then maybe.
and then it's like, oh shit, like maybe he gets a title shot in December.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know how likely it is that something like that would happen, but if it's just a cool future bet, I think
Yeah.
to place.
That is a cool bet.
All right. Well, cool. Anything else? What else do you guys got?
Happy International Women's Day.
Oh, all right. Should we do a quick draft of women? No. Favorite women over 50? Women, our favorite women?
My mom.
My mom's not over 50.
Really? That's crazy. Dude. That's crazy. My mom just turned 60.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, my parents are
30,
48.
Yeah, my grandpa's 90. He's 30, 60, 90.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I was talking to him. I don't know if you guys have ever talked to your grandparents before, like,
All the time.
Yeah.
about, like, well, I was like, dude, he's like, I was born in 1935, and I was like, so what were you doing at, like, 6? Like, what were you doing, and how are you here now? That's a crazy amount of technology jump. Like, I mean, we weren't iPad kids. We were probably the last generation that were iPad kids.
Yeah.
We were Nick at Night kids.
Yeah.
We were,
I think like late elementary
Cable
school was
kids.
when we started getting the like the portable DVD players.
yeah.
To take on a road trip.
I do remember.
PSPs.
Yeah, we had one. I had
Game
one that had
Boy.
the Amanda Show on it.
Hey.
I don't know why it was so random. We'd watch School of Rock on those little things too. Yeah, my dad pulled out like his iPod video. Do you remember those? Like,
Yeah,
it was just
dude.
like you could like watch a full movie. on the
Yeah,
screen.
I do
No,
remember.
I think the first thing I ever got on mine was I think I got like season 1 of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah, I definitely had Drake and Josh like on there.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Yeah, dude, we were cable kids. We weren't iPad kids.
Correct.
But I don't know. That just blew my mind talking to him. And he said he drove a car. It was like a 1935 Chrysler or something, or Chevy. I don't know.
A 1935?
Yeah, a 1935. And I was like,
What?
What were your first cars? What year were?
I had a 2002 Nissan Maxima.
I had a 2000.
I think it was mine was a Ford Explorer. I want to say it was probably like 2002 or something.
And you were driving because you couldn't drive till junior year, right? 'Cause you
Yeah,
turned
summer
6.
between sophomore and junior years when I got my license.
Yeah, I got mine.
And you would still drive to school. You were literally the.
But I didn't get a car till. I didn't get my first car until January of senior, like the second half of senior year.
Damn.
So before then, I was just using my parents' car.
Yeah, I think I would because I was going to work and stuff. You worked in high school?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I did. See, when I worked, I'd have to drive my parents' car.
Oh wow. There were definitely times I remember having to get rides to work.
Yeah,
No.
people would have to take me after fourth hour.
Well.
I'd be like, "Hey, take me to one stop. I'll give you a smoothie." Yeah,
Well, there was always a big group going to LA Fitness though.
Yeah.
Like
The LA Fitness was popping.
LA Fitness was.
I would have to get a ride from fourth hour. After fourth hour, go to one stop. I worked for like 4 hours, and then I have to get a ride back for like basketball practice or something,
Yeah.
or football.
Tough times. Wild times. All right. Well, Richie, thanks so much for hosting.
Thanks for having me.
Glad we
guys.
got to figure out our all DBN OKC team. We got it measured. We got it.
Oh, do we want to do Dream Guests?
Oh, true. Yeah. Actually, I know I was watching. Did you watch Tommy Smokes do Survivor stuff with Jeff?
A little bit.
I watched it, the full video, and I was like, all right, Survivor 50, we'll be there. That's the goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are some dream guests for the DBN? Dream guests, people who think would be good sitting with us, but also people that we love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's specific to the DBN. Who came to mind for you? I know who your
My
first
first one's Will Compton for sure.
Will over Taylor, pretty quick.
Yeah.
Are Bussin fans? Are they divided between Will and Taylor fans?
I don't think so.
I don't think Bussin people are. I think Barstool fans are.
Oh,
I think the consensus of Barstool fans hated Taylor, but they love Will.
because Will is a little more.
He did
involved.
more. Yeah.
And what would you
And
ask
not to
him?
mention Taylor's kind of a scumbag.
What would you ask Will? Like honestly, from you, from Richie.
Yeah.
The fan.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that first, but I definitely would want to talk about like Nebraska stories and locker
You
room
probably heard
vibes.
him talk, hundreds of hours. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm curious what you'd want to ask because he'd be fun. Maybe he'd put us on the bus. It'd be crazy. What about you, Shay? You got
But
something?
naturally, I'd say Kyle Bauer, but I don't think he'd be a good guess.
Oh really?
I don't. He'd be quiet.
What does he talk about on Anus? Like
It's hard to explain.
what would the topic have to be, or would it just be one big bit?
I'm trying to think what they talked about the other day. Oh, they're talking about micro countries and micro states.
So, yeah, I want to get that activated in him, you know?
I mean, he is.
No, yeah. Representation.
I think you could get a lot out of him if the topic was the right topic.
Yeah. I like KB. I mean, I think Stu Feiner would be great, of course. I think my favorite, his episode on Bussin was so funny because they didn't talk for a second. He just kept going.
I hadn't listened to the whole thing before.
It was like one.
Those are some of their best episodes too. When you get a guest like that, though, and they can just talk.
Yeah,
for
they talk
hours.
for hours. And like at one point, he's like, "Actually, we're gonna go to the bathroom real quick, Stu. Just pause real quick." and Stu was just talking about Long Island, his dad, and like his upbringing. And,
Was he wearing a suit?
no, I don't think he's wearing a suit. I think he's just wearing this sweatpants, t-shirt, type gig. I think he'd be so funny on here.
Hey, you said Frankie Muniz the other day.
I did say Frankie Muniz. Frankie Muniz would be another one. Yeah, 100%. My brother sent a photo recently of the time he ran into Frankie Muniz.
Where?
And it was in Scottsdale because he lives in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
And I recently at work got to cut an interview with Frankie Muniz, and I told the sports producer.
Bro, wasn't he just in some race? And he
He's a NASCAR driver.
Yeah, no, that's what they were interviewing about was his race. Didn't have anything to do with Malcolm in the Middle, but I was just like, oh my gosh, this is a Frankie clip. This is pretty sick. But no, yeah, I love Malcolm in the Middle, and he was the man. I love Frankie Muniz. Big Fat Liar. Are you kidding me? Agent Cody Banks.
I was talking to someone the other day, and they're like, "Oh, I watched Big Fat Liar." And I'm like, "Oh, that's a classic." And they're like, "No, it's not. It's dumb." Oh, it was Jocelyn, but
Oh, yeah, geez. That's dumb. That's what we're hearing. That's too bad. And some people don't get it. But yeah, those are probably two that I'd say. Shay, you got any other ones? What about an athlete? An active athlete? No offense. No offense to Will.
That's crazy.
Hey, he's an athlete.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Oh, no.
I thought you were talking about
No.
I was like, dang.
No disrespect to Will.
Who is a guest I would want?
Ludwig Oberg.
What would you ask Ludwig?
Are we breaking through this year?
See, I don't know if I'd even want to ask him about golf. I think I just want to ask him about
just hang.
life.
Talk to me about Sweden. Where are we from?
Take me to Sweden one time with you because I know they got some dateable women over there.
Yeah.
What about
Fully
let's?
dateable.
I bet you I can. I think we should have a contest to see who's the first person that can get a.
I mean, you'd be in some DMs, but you're blocked out of a couple. You both are blocked out of a lot of DMs
Yeah,
for
just
oversending. I'm sure you've opened Google and you've typed in when do you get unblocked? When are you able to send another message?
Oh, because when was I trying to message somebody?
Titus. We were in Marina Del Rey, and Shay goes, "Mark Titus lived here. I'm gonna message him."
Forget some bar recommendations.
Marina Del Rey doesn't have many bars, but you went to type it in and you couldn't get Mark Titus. Who would you go for? I think you could. That's the thing. I just I worry about setup and everything, and that that Riverside app. What if something happens where they have a terrible connection like Richie, and I need them to keep their phone open for? Because I think that it would be easy-ish if I said to someone "Hey KB, would you do a 5-minute phone call every Tuesday?" And then he just calls in, almost like a radio guest.
KB's Corner.
KB's Corner. KB, we're gonna give you 3 questions, 3 headlines. Just tell us what you think. Or something like that, where you give them a chance to fire it off, and because otherwise, why would they waste their time? I think Big
Maybe we
Cat
get
does
Jaden Daniels. Zane just re-signed with the Commanders.
Hey, look, if we get Jaden Daniels, Matt, we can get Matt Hawk. He's a dream guest for me. He is, dude. He is. I got to know about what is the.
Hey, I feel like that's feasible, though. I mean,
What?
getting Matt to answer a couple questions.
I'd be like, Matt, why? There's 13 seconds left. Why did they kick it to Kansas City?
He was on that team, right?
Yeah.
Was it he? Yeah.
He didn't kick it.
No, he didn't kick it. But it wasn't.
He's a punter, so.
I know, but I won't use this if we don't want to. But wasn't he supposed to tell to not kick it? Or there was a message on the side. Wasn't there a story?
I think the coach told the kicker didn't hear it or
That's
something.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember hearing that story.
Yeah.
I remember
That it was don't kick it to him or something. A different instruction. No, it is feasible. But then I'd want to know what does a Sunday look like for a punter if kickoff's at 10? What time do you wake up?
Yeah. I think he would do it.
Do you know everyone on the do you know everyone on your team? Like, or do you like see a guy and you're like, oh, his name?
No, you for especially in the NFL, because the NFL.
I have coworkers that I'm like,
the NFL is so much like smaller even than college, and I mean in college you know all the guys too. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely a reasonable guess. But yeah, always just like thinking about small bursts, because I think even Big Cat does like calls into radio stations, like local sports.
Yeah.
And like that's big for them, but it's really easy for him to do because he could just hop on a call.
Yeah, I think a lot of those Barstool guys do.
Yeah.
Like I know Brandon Walker, he always talks about he's doing radio hits.
Yeah.
For like Mississippi.
Dude, I mean that's a big part of like the media industry is like going on other people's shows and just like. But of course, if it's a show that doesn't have much of a following, then it's maybe less likely. But it's just
but I mean, it could also be like a big college star going to a smaller school and being the guy.
Yeah.
You bring that,
and then you had him before.
You bring the show to fruition. You're kind of
like imagine if like I did talk to Cam Scatabo a year.
Hey, you know who's like that? You know who like got their start that way? Like interviewing like college football players, like relatively unknown ones before they got big. Blutman,
really?
Yeah, dude. Like he's like really connected with like a lot of people now because
interesting.
Like dude, he worked for the like Ice Cube's Big Three.
Wow, that's so random.
Because of like his success with like podcasting early on.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't help that his dad was a creator of Boy Meets World, but
yeah. No, I mean I think even like I was talking with my buddy who came on, Eric. I was like, because he wanted to like talk about a podcast he wants to start, and I was like, well then like maybe I can make you a little vertical clip that you could post from our podcast, and then it's like, because even like that's what the Tonight Show is. It's like if someone goes on there to do something viral and then promote the movie that they're doing. Timmy did all that stuff because he wanted people to see his movie. It wasn't because he's like, dude, I want to go on game day this week. It's like, nah, I'm gonna go on there.
I think he wanted to go on game day.
I mean, game day probably. I mean, the Nardwuar interview was really good too. But it was like he only did that because it was like it was a way to sell the movie. So if you can sell him in a different packaged way, that's like good. He didn't eat hot wings though. But see, that's like another thing. It's like was
he on hot wings?
I don't think he was.
Well, that's usually part of like the typical media.
It is,
but like
right? He's talked about that too. That hot wings guy is like, oh, now it's a part of the media rounds. That like you do this, you go on this night show, then you go do hot wings, then you do because like if you notice like every Hot Ones guest, it's someone with an album coming out. It's someone with
a movie. Yeah.
And so if you can just find like a way to promote and like you can package it well that they can reshare it, whatever, it can be good. Which I think I have that ability. It's just it's not as strong, But I think we could get him. Stu would be so fun. Stu is one I'm like, dude, does Stu charge? He might charge.
I wouldn't be surprised. Dude, none of those guys do stuff for free.
Yeah. But I mean, I get it, I guess. If you can make the money, make it. All right. Anything else? Feel good?
Yeah, I feel good with
that.
Thanks for being here for the 50th.
Here's for the past 50. Here's to the next 500.
Next 500. Jeez.
Setting the goal high.
Yeah, I think by 100, I think we'll have at least one of those guests on.
I mean, next time you're here, I'll just ask Matt.
Yeah, let's have Matt come through. Yeah.
yeah.
I'll text him right now. It'll be here in 10 minutes. All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Later, guys.